All right, this clip has been rolling around of Erika Kirk, and just watch her eyes. Right after she says this sentence, she peers off into the camera, and her eyes seem to like widen, and then she like has this demonic look on her face. Watch this.
Wants an answer to this evil, and sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah. Look, what the fuck is that? Go back.
Very, very clear.
Yeah. So weird.
Everyone wants an answer. Everyone wants an answer to this evil.
All right, again, people are saying Erika Kirk is a lizard person. They're saying that she's demonic. These are the end times people. Erika Kirk has she is, I don't know if she's possessed by Jewish spirits, you know, or some other people trying to play in our politics and our economics. People trying to create footholds and keep them there and manipulate people and take on other people's faces. Skinwalkers! Skinwalkers! Let's watch this one more time.
And sometimes the answer is very...
Oh my God, just that right there.
Clear.
Ah! Ah! How the fuck? It's like her pupils. I don't know if it's her pupils or what.
Everyone wants an answer to this evil.
What happened, science?
And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is literally like if I've ever seen like any evidence for lizard people or some type of demonic possession of someone, that is it. I mean, it's the way like she gives this.
Everyone wants an answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very clear. Everyone wants an answer. Everyone wants an...
And I didn't even realize that she was saying the answer is very clear and then gives a clear proof that she is a lizard lady. She literally goes, listen to what she says. It's like when Charlie Kirk was talking about gang violence and he happened to be talking about gun violence and he got shot in the neck. Well, his wife, his grieving widow, said something right there that said, she literally goes, it couldn't be any more clear, and then shows you that she's a reptilian person.
Answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah. Eyes shift, become lizard eyes. So, yeah, if this was in a movie, you couldn't write this shit. This is written too good. But, and that's the first reaction I had to this. But then I thought again, and I was like, maybe it has something to do with, like, the lighting in the room. Maybe it has to do with, like, she probably cries a lot of time. She probably doesn't know how to exactly act under this type of pressure. She wants to carry on her husband's legacy and keep strong in his message and not give forth this type of weak representation because she saw Charlie Kirk as such a strong man. So she wants to be strong in place of Charlie Kirk. And I don't know if it's crying or if it's or what it is that would make someone's eyes seem like that, but it seems like somewhat of a camera trick. It seems that as if maybe the lights had turned on in like the back of the room as she was saying that, and then maybe her eyes dilated a little bit more or became a little bit brighter. Okay, so, but I understand the want and the need to be like, oh, she's acting weird. I would never act like that. She must be like a lizard person, or she's literally possessed by demons, because lots of people believe that stuff out there. It's too hard for them to take on the real world and understand that things are complicated. Emotions are complicated. Not everything happens like it would in a movie. Sometimes you're going to have like light or emotions do weird things with people's pupils or eyes. I mean, God forbid, this woman's probably been crying every day because her husband was assassinated by being shot in the neck on live fucking television. And then, I mean, I saw it live. I saw it on, I guess it wasn't live television, but it was probably live somewhere. It was live on like YouTube and shit. So I guess it is live in a sense, but it's not live television. But I watched the blood spurt out of Charlie's neck. It's absolutely horrific. I think it's a little strange how so many people have gotten on this woman's back, have dragged her down so much. Like, maybe you don't agree with her politics or even what Charlie Kirk agreed with, but how are you going to tell a grieving woman who literally, what did Charlie have, 2 kids, 3 kids? How are you going to tell a grieving mother how she should act? And obviously, I believe Charlie Kirk would have wanted her to act strong. I believe she's following in some type of footsteps that they had previously talked about, or what she believes that her husband would want her to do. To act strong, to keep the message going forward. And I see all these statements online how she should be at home with her kids, and you don't think she's at home with her kids every night. It's not like, I mean, she works less than probably a regular 40-hour-a-week job. So she goes out, does these things, these public statements, goes on these shows. I believe she might even be keeping the Charlie podcast going, but I believe she's doing what she thinks is right given the circumstances. And given the circumstances, no way she acts is going to be perfect. And yeah, I will admit, that video looks strange. It really does. But things look strange in the world all the time. It doesn't mean they're nefarious. It doesn't mean because she had this weird sudden change in her eyeballs or the dilation in her pupils or how it coincided with her saying what she just did previously about, what did she say? She said, oh, it couldn't be any clearer than this. And then their eyes seemed to change. With how much people talk in the world, yeah, we're going to have a little bit, like sometimes we're going to have things that don't make complete sense because that's life. Things happen and then we can explain them afterwards, and we don't necessarily know what the explanation is at the time. But to jump to things like she's a lizard person, she's demonic, she doesn't actually love her husband, she was the one to get Charlie Kirk killed. And again, you don't have to agree with Charlie Kirk or any of what she says, and maybe you think she should be staying at home watching the kids and not trying to carry on Charlie Kirk's legacy at all. Yeah, that's your prerogative, and I don't want to take anybody's opinions away from them. I'm just saying maybe we should wait a little bit longer and not immediately jump to conclusions because of this weird type of video and the way that she's acting, and immediately go placing blame on this woman as if she's not grieving enough. She's grieving too much. It's like either you're not grieving enough, or you're grieving too much, you're taking too long to get over it, or you're not getting over it fast enough. Grieving is a complicated process that is different for absolutely everyone. And for the public to kind of decide what grieving should look like is a lot of the times people never even going through grieving themselves. Most of us have never gone through our loved ones being shot in the neck with a high caliber rifle. You know what I mean? And on TV or on YouTube or the internet, watching the blood spray fucking everywhere, and then memes being made about your husband, and accusations of Jewish people killing him, and just all the conspiracy theories that surround these incidences that happen in America just absolutely astonishes me every time. And maybe Erika isn't the most normal person, but I haven't seen anything thus far that would make me think she's a lizard person, even though that video looks weird. Nothing to make me think like Candace Owens, where she might actually kill her own husband. And I don't think any of her grieving is that abnormal. Do people want to see her like gripping her kids, holding them tight and weeping on television? Obviously, this is a woman who's trying to keep things under control a little bit. She's trying to come off as put together. And that's hard to do while you're grieving simultaneously. So I think everyone should give this lady a little bit of a fucking break. And maybe not start claiming that she killed her own husband or she's a lizard person. Fuck, disagree with her politics all you want. I don't give a shit. But some of the accusations being thrown at this woman are just a mark of the times with fucking how weird everything, how meme culture is taking over actual, like, real fucking thought out journalism or thought out fucking philosophy or anything to do with rationality. No, it's all meme culture and, ooh, this person looks like they, are maybe dying of the COVID shot, or any type of conspiracy you can just throw out there to fuck with everybody. We're just all about rage bait nowadays. Everyone's so fucking bored in their house, not doing anything at night after they fucking get home from their long, boring job, and they're just like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with other people online because I can't fuck with people at my job. I can't fuck with people at my house, my kids, my wife. So I'm gonna fuck with randos online. That's gonna give me some semblance of normalcy and power that I can have. And fuck Erika Kirk. She doesn't even look like she's grieving her husband. Anyways, those are my rambled, incoherent, Mad Hatter mental illness thoughts. If you liked them, like this video, blah, 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 blah. She's an alien. She's obviously an alien. She literally did kill her own husband, and she's a lizard person. Clearly, we saw the evidence. She opened her eyes right after saying it's clear, and clearly she showed she was a lizard person, so fucking case over, done. Lock her up, throw her in jail, fine her. I don't know. Drag her behind a horse until her limbs fall off. I don't know. Do something to this woman, because not only does she deserve her husband dying from assassination, she deserves much worse because she's not acting normally in my eyes. So attack her in some fashion or way. Let's attack this lady and make her life even worse. All right, guys? All right, I'll talk to you later.